Well, here we go, dudes.
Let us go.
This is such a good song for the invasion days. Gets you super pumped up.
Now, let's settle the score. We can't afford to lose. Let's go.
Whew. Fan of these final heists.
It's showtime.
I'm actually pretty excited, I have to say. This game still gets me. It's so good. I'm ready to rip and tear. So we should be able to shoot right up to the top. I mean, we don't need to get any personas or anything. We're good there. So let's head up to what? High limit floor, and then we'll go through the doorway. Or across the bridge, I should say.
Let's go.
Oh man, I hope everybody's excited. So I was trying to punk us. Never expected you would be able to make it this far. Would much rather have the treasure than your words of praise. Well,
I have something.
I guess we're gonna chase her down. Just gonna set us up.
Let's see it.
Let me Okay. All right, dudes.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring
Gigantic
out,
roulette
we
wheel.
will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess.
Shadow size makeup is pretty crazy.
Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
She's super shook. You spooked her real good.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is bad.
It's not quite. It's like, this isn't quite a normal fight. It's kind of like a boss fight with a stupid casino-related twist.
Now, why don't we begin?
What?
Ready to get off size wild ride here.
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games. We ain't following your damn rules.
Yeah, Ryuji.
There is no room
Gets super
for
amped.
negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now come at me.
Makoto's got to beat up her own sister.
All right, everyone, be on alert.
Did like the Power Rangers pose there for the squad.
All right, let's do it.
Pretty excited. So, what do we want to show off first? I don't know who we want to start with. I think Raphael's going to be our best bet for this one. We got heavy physical abilities. We got Heat Riser. We got Charge. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up using Raphael this fight. And we're gonna just I don't know if we want to buff or not yet. Let's put some hurting on her and see what happens. 982 damage. I mean, it's you know, it's decent, I guess. Let's get everybody buffed up. I forget how much you got to dick around here before she actually starts letting you fight for real. So, let's see. Damn, everybody's hitting like trucks now. I love it. I freaking love it. I love this boss fight song too. Let's just get everybody buffed up. Might as well just stack them up while we're stuck here not being able to do anything, and then we'll have like 10 turns in a row. We don't gotta worry about it.
Let's do this fair and square.
What the?
Yeah, this is really weird. I don't exactly remember how all this works, but it's like we have to bet
The stakes will be
where the roulette thing's gonna land, and then like right now we have to bet health. I think you can bet SP as well.
Violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette.
I love how hard we can hit though. That's good. Like let's do this just one more. It's like 900 some damage. Yep.
Ah,
Let's see what the penalty
so
is.
you've broken the rules. In that case, it's time you be penalized. This is your penalty.
Joker, are you alright?
Oh, there goes all our health. See ya.
What? This is the penalty?
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated. That is simply how society operates.
Well, let's just keep stacking up the buffs.
Here we go.
So I think we still have to do like we're kind of stuck doing like they're gonna explain the whole roulette thing. So for right now,
This one.
no reason to even bother. So I'm just gonna keep stacking buffs up. And then hopefully when it's time that we can actually start fighting, we'll be able to just freaking crush her.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring
No,
that
she's
up,
definitely
she'll
gonna
just
cheat.
Ignore us. We should go along with the game for now.
All
I
right.
agree.
So.
How will you bet?
No idea. Damn. Let's just stick with this. Let's just do. I don't know. What am I feeling right now? All right, I'm just gonna go. We're just gonna stop and black. All right.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the results.
Let's see, dudes. I think it's rigged either way. I don't think. Oh, no. Oh. Fucking sigh.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker?
I don't think. Can we say anything yet?
Really? How is she
I
doing?
mean, I know there's like a glass door or something.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if you do know, you can just say it right
It
away,
seemed like the ball floated for a split second there.
and then you're not stuck keeping going
humiliating.
on with this bullshit, huh?
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
I think I used Ryuji last
You don't
time.
want to let her keep scamming us, right? I can go whenever.
You want me to do it? Okay. As long as I get close, even this gun should work.
I can go whenever.
I know Ryuji can do it. I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure I used Ryuji last time. Let's just send him. He's got a shotgun. He should have no problem busting a piece of glass with that thing. Oh, she wants to take my money?
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed.
Damn.
That must mean the betting
I don't want to lose my
changes
3
every
mil.
time.
I'm gonna be super mad. She's gonna set me up again. See, I don't think I want to do anything yet. I think we're still stuck on the whole thing. Let's do a heat riser.
There.
So yeah, this is great. So this buffs everything. Super useful. Not gonna do anything. I don't even know if it affects her if we lower her attack at all.
How about this?
Let's try it and see.
Breaking rules will be punished.
Oh, that counts as a penalty? Okay. Interesting. Well,
Okay.
I didn't think a debuff counted, but apparently it does.
Well, that's a big help.
But now we know.
Sniper's in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette
Ryuji.
spin.
What a cool
Very
dude.
well, time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
Well, it worked well last time to just go for it. So here we go, and we're going black again.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time.
Come on, Ryuji. Boom. Oh, we got 6,000 yen.
What?
Got her.
Joker,
Oh yeah, see you, Sai.
what was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating. You coward. What are you so quiet for? Say something.
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh boy. I think now we get the real boss fight. There we go. Ah, I love this tune. Wow, look at those pointy ass nips.
Sis?
Holy shit. That thing's pretty cool looking though. Ah, I love this tune. Now we're gonna start fucking. I think all our buffs should carry over. I hope.
This is my sister's true nature? No. We're finally back to a normal fight.
That's a kick-ass looking robot though. Alright, dudes.
She's way more powerful than before.
Are we still buffed? Yeah, we're still buffed. Well, let's give her the razzle dazzle.
Go down.
Alright. I'm excited. Alright, let's show off God's Hand. This ability is fucking sweet. Look at this thing. Wait till you see this shit.
Eat this.
835 damage, Ryuji. My man. Let's throw out and Nagidine.
Persona!
And what do we want to do here? Should we top everybody off? Nah.
Let's go.
Let's just keep stacking the defense buffs up.
As long as you win,
She's gonna have a pretty hard time killing us.
Don't you all think the same? You're controlling the hearts of others to achieve your own goals.
It's not for us. We only do it to help others who are suffering.
I will win.
You're being a sore loser.
I never lose, even in games of pure luck. Let me prove it.
So she's not going to cheat anymore? This may be a good opportunity for us, Joker. If we win at roulette, we'll get an advantage in battle.
I don't really want to bet, honestly. I'd rather just do the fight than I'm not gonna worry about getting dicked over by the stupid freaking. Let's see, the penalty's up now, so if we hit her, we're gonna lose all our SP. So I guess we should, well, you know what? Let's charge. I hope that doesn't count.
All right.
Okay, cool. So we can do that. So let's just keep stacking buffs up while we wait for the stupid roulette wheel. we have like 20 turns of buff stacked up at this point, I think, but that's fine. Does anyone need healed, really? Not really. I think we're good. Alright, now we know if we debuff her, that's going to count against us, so I guess we will not do that. We're just going to have on guard. And do we want to do another Rakukaja? Nah, let's just wait. We already have so many stacked up. I think we're good. I really don't even want to bet. Alright, we've been doing good on black. I'm going to keep going for black. I've been hitting black twice in a row. Where the hell is it? Nice! Steal all our SP. Okay, so this sword dance should hit like a fucking truck. 1,300 damage. Holy shit. Alright, Ryuji, show me what you got, brother. Oh my goodness, I love it. Let's top Ryuji off. And let's let Makoto get in there a little bit. Severe nuke, huh? Let's see how hard this hits. 48 SP. It better hit pretty fucking hard. That's really not that great, honestly. That's decent.
Justice can only be on the side of the victor.
Not as good as I was hoping, though. I'll say that much. Okay, we need to make her lose that debuff ASAP. I think An has that too, though. I'd rather use Brother's turn. Nah, An can still hit hard. Get rid of those buffs on her. Give her the business. Let's give her the Augie. An's hitting pretty damn hard with these spells. She's doing pretty good. Man, Atomic Flare kind of sucked, honestly. I'm a little disappointed in like 48 SP and it only does 600 damage. She doesn't have the magic stat that An does, though. I will say that much.
I just need to win. As long as I can win. That's all that matters.
Sis,
I mean, either way, we're beating the shit out of her, so this ain't gonna last too much longer.
power is rapidly increasing.
This is probably gonna be it here, honestly.
Go down.
The sword dance. Oh, super close. Alright, Ryuji, you get the honor of knocking her out with your gigantic golden fist. My man, 1240. That's a cool fight. I like that one. Yeah, I have to say, I remember this fight my first time, and it was actually it's a pretty tough fight, you know. But I wasn't like massively over leveled when I did this the first time. I remember finishing this fight and being like, "Holy shit!" You know, I was super amped up that I managed to do it. It's definitely it's not as difficult when you're massively over leveled with super beefed up personas, but it's still fun.
So I lost.
Sis,
Didn't just
That's
lose.
only a shadow.
We freaking
Why are
wrecked
you
her.
so
quiet.
sorry?
Come on, Akechi.
Treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations, twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
What do we got? Just a briefcase, huh?
Investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me.
Yeah, fucking Akechi.
All right. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves. By no means. This shall be the end of our
Remember,
working
Akechi's gonna
together.
make us shut down the Phantom Thieves after this.
That was part of our promise. You haven't forgotten, have you?
He's trying to ruin the squad.
All right, we don't need to stay here any longer. Are you alright? I am. Let's go. Huh?
Futaba sees something in her crazy ass goggles.
Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real? What the hell's going on?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good.
9,001 police
We
officers.
defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something.
Damn, that is a lot of shadows.
Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here.
We're gonna show off Alice here.
A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy.
Gee, I wonder who they're gonna make do
No,
that.
that's too dangerous. Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Oh yeah.
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet. But once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
I wish him and Ryuji need to do like the handshake from what the hell is it, Predator
Please don't do anything reckless, okay?
or Commando? Arnold and this dude Dylan.
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more are coming!
This truly is a painfully reluctant part.
All right, Yusuke, come on.
It seems we had best hurry.
We gotta split.
We'll see you later.
Things about to get real crazy. So, if anybody remembers, I don't know if anybody's been watching since the very beginning of the game, or if you're familiar, but so
There's something here.
this cutscene should look a little familiar. Hopefully, if you've seen this before, you're getting a little bit of deja vu at this point. Look at how fucking cool we are.
Hey, up there! He's here. Moving immediately.
So, this should all seem pretty familiar. What we're gonna do...
This is our only chance.
Stay calm, you can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Who's that? Don't worry about us.
We're going to, there are a few fights in here. We're gonna switch to... Oh, we got a full heal. That was nice. We're gonna switch to Alice. I want to show off, some of her stuff. So... let's go, my dudes.
But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
I really do like this part.
Just run, get out of there! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest of us can flip away.
Here we go.
Everyone remember
We still get to
when
fight, right? I think there's a fight coming up here. I know you have to fight in the beginning. Yeah, there we go. They have no idea who they're messing with now.
Take him down, Joker!
We're gonna give them the fucking business. Oh, we got just one. Gonna need more than that, dude. Let's try, we haven't seen our boy Arsene in a while.
Exists within. We meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you.
I'm ready. I'm actually really excited. This is where things start getting good.
Comparing power.
So,
Opponent is strong. So many things
let's try out Megidolon. See how much damage we can do with this. I guess enough.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Okay.
Pull out before their backup gets here.
Gotta keep scooting.
Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful! Joker, behind you! Go through that...
Time to get moving.
Alright!
Come on, man.
I'm okay.
I mean, this should look very familiar. So this was the cut. This is what we did in the very beginning of the game, and we ended up getting captured. And remember, they told us that we got set up. So if anyone wants to place any last-minute bets as to who's setting us up, now's your last chance. Are they gonna make me actually do the thing?
Huh? What?
Oh, come on. I mean, I guess it has been like 100 hours since we've been here, but... Okay, hope you guys like the cutscene. You get to watch it again.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Find him and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor's completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
Such a show off.
See ya.
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
Unfortunately, all that showing off is no good.
Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him. Let's go. Go, go, go. Get over there.
Still struggling. Suspect secured.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Okay, so here we are. We're right back at where we were in the very beginning. So remember, I mean, as we did these flashbacks to Sai, you know, so we were always in the interrogation room. So basically, everything up until now has been us recollecting it to Sai and just we play it. But so now this is where shit gets, yeah. The game is basically telling you the same thing. Is listen, dude, things are gonna get super real here very shortly. So let's roll our save file over and then strap in. There's about to be a lot of story.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? You hear my question? Answer!
What a dick.
Justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh?
That was pretty fun.
You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
Alright, brother. Take the pen and stab his eye.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
And this is what I meant, is like a lot of this, we're going to end up using a lot of days up on story stuff here, so we have less time than we think left in the game.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
We got realistically like a month of game time left, and we're not even going to get to use all that,
The
so...
prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies.
Wow, that's creepy.
And grasp the truth that will
Super
save
creepy.
you from the brink of ruin.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here.
So all these flashbacks, and now we're finally back in the present.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
Okay, so this is a trap.
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
So if you sell your teammates out now to Sai, you get the bad ending.
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima.
Yep, your sister's in on it too.
Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Never heard of them.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them? I see. So you won't speak a word
Yes,
about
you gotta make sure
either
you don't
your
get trapped
teammates
here.
or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi.
You can
There
totally
are
dunk
reports
this, and
that
then
he
it's
was acting
wow.
alongside the
It's game
Phantom
over.
Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too? So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
We don't make deals with the cops,
Even
lady.
now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things. Justice?
I'm not going to show the bad ending just because, first of all, there's really nothing to it. And then we have to go through this whole cutscene again. So, no.
Then tell me.
The cutscene is basically,
Justice you speak of.
if you sell the squad out, she leaves, a dude comes in the room and shoots you. That's the entire bad ending. There's nothing else to see, so you're not really missing much.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
Wait, means no one's gonna believe that we go into people's minds and steal their treasure to fix their brains, and that's what makes them
Many
confess?
people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story. After all this, you're still... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
You gotta remember, brother.
Realized it too, then.
So here's the deal. This is gonna be the big reveal.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
So.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer. Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
I don't think this matters.
Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
So.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out.
I guess I'll let the...
Figure out a way to hand it over.
I'll let the game reveal
It's
it.
all up to you, leader. The smartphone, duh. We've been talking about it this whole time. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out? What do you recall? If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
So we gotta get her to grab the phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. Makoto and the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone? The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment.
Okay.
How about that?
Who does that sound like?
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me.
Damn, Sai. Take it easy on the table.
Who am I supposed to show this to? What do you... My God. You're referring to him, aren't you? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
So we did it. We turned Sai around.
Besides, Val has to
And then
wake
that
him
takes
to
us
the
automatically
ultimate seat
to
of
Max Judgment.
Grant-
True justice.
All right. All right.
Now I'm confused. You know, it seems weird. You wouldn't think Satan would be the max fusion for Judgment, but I don't know.
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though?
Here he is.
Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
So the traitor is fucking Akechi. Now, let me be clear, because I know, like, this entire playthrough, I've been a dick to Akechi, and I've said I fucking hate Akechi, and he sucks really bad. But I didn't hate Akechi just because he's the fucking traitor. Akechi does suck, no matter what. But he really sucked once I found out that he was gonna fuck you over.
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves.
I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Okay.
Foolish woman.
So, a couple things are going on here. We'll talk about it in a minute. I'll let everything play out, and then we'll talk about what's going on.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Now we also get Max with... Oh, no, not Max yet.
All right.
I thought you jumped right to Max with Akechi after this.
Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Hmm?
What do you think?
Shido-san, my job is complete.
So here's the next big thing. So Akechi...
I've told you not to call me by name.
Akechi has been working with Shido, the fucking politician, and if everyone remembers right, this is also the guy who's the whole reason that we're even in Tokyo. He was the one who was trying to rape that woman, and then we pushed him, defending her, and then he got us, you know, sent to fucking, not jail, but he got us on probation. He's the whole reason we're here.
Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
And Akechi's his little fucking lapdog.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
Just want to state again for the record, fuck Akechi forever.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Oh no, they're going after Mona.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Oh, that was really soon.
No, it can't be. Even me. God damn it.
Shido. You motherfucker. So things are going off the rails here. Real fast.
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him? What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
You gotta just wait. It's all gonna make more sense.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy
Looks like
So it's all true.
I said things were gonna go totally off the rails after this palace, and that's basically where we're at now.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
You have to.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young man who's...
Can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. To think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Grew up so fast.
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering...
Yusuke managed to paint one bird.
I wonder if something happened.
Nothing else.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Looks good. Wrap it up.
Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
Things are looking pretty bleak, my dudes. You get to see Haru and her shitty fiance.
Probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking
What a fucking
news.
creepo.
The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Got him. Alright, so...
It would seem as though you have been killed.
Rehabilitation. If this makes no sense yet, it's okay. It didn't make any fucking sense to me the first time either.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
It's all gonna make sense soon.
Indeed. Your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat?
It was all Futaba.
Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. Yeah. Okay. Let's get everyone on the same page right away. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough. I agree. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect. Of course I did. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
Okay, so this is the interrogation room. This is gonna sound fucking crazy. All right, so remember, when we first went into Sai's palace, they remarked that her palace was so big, like it even encompassed the city around the courthouse. So this is the interrogation room inside of Sai's palace,
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
which is exactly the same as the interrogation room in real life.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Just a shadow. Yes, that was a lot of shit. So basically, I can give the gist of it now. Futaba made an app on the phone, okay? And basically the reason you have to remember to tell Sai about the phone is when she hands the phone to Akechi, the thing that Futaba rigged up transported Akechi into the metaverse, okay? So Akechi got transported back into Sai's palace, because remember, we didn't get the treasure, so the palace was still there. So Akechi got transported back into... Did I save already? I better make sure. So Akechi got transported back into Sai's palace in the exact same place, and he killed the shadow of us. Meanwhile, we're still in the actual interrogation room, totally safe. So we punked the shit out of Akechi. But basically, so the bad ending is, if you sell everybody out, Sai doesn't show Akechi the phone, and basically the cutscene is just, it's the same thing, as Akechi comes in and shoots you, but since at that point you don't remember that Akechi's the traitor, you don't see his face. So if you don't give Sai the phone, and you get the bad ending, it's the same thing. Akechi comes in and shoots you, you never get to find out who it is, and then the game's over. That's it. That's why I didn't show the bad ending, there's no point. I figure now we can talk about it. Pretty fucking crazy. Like, the first time I played this, I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is, like, completely absurd. You know, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. It's going to get explained a bunch more in, like, painstaking detail by the squad once everybody gets back together. I don't know if we're going to do that today. We might save the whole, like, recap and all that stuff for next time. Let's see what's going on here. I just need to get to a spot where I can stop is the problem. There's just so much shit going on. Because there's already been a million things, so I don't want to overload. No. So it's about the actual palace. Like basically, so if you... It wasn't our palace. So nothing can happen to us there. That's not our cognition. That's just a cognition of us inside someone else's palace. Basically. If it was if Brother had a palace and Akechi went in and killed us inside of our own palace, inside of our head, then we would die. But remember, so all this stuff that happened in there was taking place inside Sai's palace in Sai's head. So we're good. Not dead. 100% alive. Fucking crazy, right? Yeah, see, this is gonna... So, Futaba's gonna explain it a little bit better than I probably can. But Akechi is cemented now as #1 fuckboy for sure. He sucks real bad. And remember, so that was the whole thing. You know, they said we got sold out, so that was all Akechi. All of it. He totally screwed us. Yeah, so Akechi has been the one, basically. Akechi was the one who killed Okumura as well. We know that now. Like, all the people that have been dying in the metaverse, all those, like, even the minor ones, like the dudes who were, like, crashing trains and, like, going crazy on the bus and shit, that was all Akechi. And now, of course, we know already from the cutscene that Akechi is working with Shido, the guy who's running for, like, Prime Minister of Japan, but the squad does not know about Shido yet. But basically, I mean, we could just say it now. There's no point. Like, Shido is going to be the next palace. We already know that Shido is the mastermind behind everything now that Akechi spilled all the beans. The squad doesn't know that yet, so we got to figure it out still. So Shido's going to be our next target. And our deadline for that is around, like, Christmas time. And this is where the plan comes in. So it's fucking absurd. Like, until I really had no idea what was going on still up until this point. It was really hard to piece everything together until they really kind of explained it. It makes more sense once it's explained to you, but it's definitely it's pretty bonkers. Now we're at the point we've been like the side boss fight was like 20 minutes long, and now we're at like 45 minutes of story. It's been pretty nuts.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
Don't worry, Coffee
I'm sorry
Dad.
I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work.
We're still alive.
Waiting
Oops, sorry.
upstairs.
Didn't mean to cut Sai off.
Tell him to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Get ready, my dudes.
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Hey, what's up? So we basically we've turned Sai over to our side, and she is now, even though we didn't actually change her heart in the palace, everything we've explained to her through all these flashbacks has convinced Sai that we're good.
Who's here.
Here we go, my dudes. Brother's gonna rise from the motherfucking ashes.
Hey, you big bastard.
I'm legit, like, come on, this is some good shit. If you didn't get as excited as I just did when Brother rolled through that door, I don't know what to tell you. This has been, it took a long time to get to this point. How have you been? Well, I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
This is it.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
We've been getting pretty into the commentary. This is my second time through, so I've basically been trying to explain things as I go along. You know, keep it interesting. We've been trying to do some, I guess, not like trivia, but
still, how'd you pull this off?
But so we just finished Sai's Palace and just went through the whole like crazy story dump afterwards.
Isn't this guy considered?
It's been a marathon session today. We've been going for like 4.5 hours.
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi.
Sojiro has no idea about the metaverse still. He has no idea what's going on.
It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell Boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
It feels so good though to know they punked Akechi.
What?
I was so excited the first time through, and it's just like, because I mean, I never liked him in the beginning, even though I knew, like, even this time I knew he was the traitor. I disliked him even when I didn't know he was the traitor. So it felt so good when, Brother's back. Like, you really get a little worried the first time until you know what the hell's going on.
Kill his fake in the metaverse.
I was super excited. It felt, it's just like, yeah, fuck off, Akechi. Like,
hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
It's gonna take a while to bring Sojiro up to speed here, I think.
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
And now we know about
It was
Shido.
Goro Akechi.
Fucking Akechi.
You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that.
Yeah, dude, I went like full dick mode on Akechi this time. Like every time you could answer a question, I was an asshole. Every time he was in LeBlanc, I kicked him the fuck out. Like, you know, I really didn't like him even the first time. But once I found out that he was the reason that everything got fucked up, I really hated Akechi. They do a really good job of making him extremely unlikable, and I definitely went for it.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit.
Especially, it feels so good later when you run into him again.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
And you get to fucking whoop his sorry ass. It is great.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Yeah, we had a big day today. We did some Reaper farming. We took advantage of flu season. I leveled everybody up. We started fusing. I'm basically working on putting together the end game Persona squad. I can't show them off right now because we're stuck in a cutscene.
So what was this mistake Akechi made?
But
what did he do?
I fused Alice and Ishtar today. I'm starting to get all my favorite personas together.
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
Oh yeah, Citra's never heard the cat talk.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
No big deal.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Whew, so much going on.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival,
Like, I don't know about you, but
like he just realized Mona could
the first time all this did go down after Size Palace, I was legitimately confused at the beginning. I had no clue what the hell was going on. It was pretty nuts.
But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Like, I kind of had a feeling ahead of time that Akechi was gonna be the traitor, but I didn't realize everything that was gonna go on with, like, tricking him and, like, basically having him kill Joker inside the metaverse, and just it was nuts.
Oh,
out of left field for me, at least.
That huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
I could come up with a few more words to describe Akechi. I don't know. I really never liked him. I thought his character sucked.
That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
But he does end up making a pretty good villain, I think. Once Akechi really starts going off the rails, I feel like he does. He's definitely a better villain than a party member.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
Futaba's amazing weep skills put to good use.
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
Super dork powers activate.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
The only thing I'll give Akechi credit for is
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Akechi is a smart fucker. He's a weasel. He's like, I don't even think weasel is the right way to describe it. He's a cutthroat motherfucker. Akechi is.
Is this for real?
I'll give him credit there. I still hate him though.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they plan to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, actually. A cockroach with a human brain. Yeah, he's a fucking... Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi.
I really love when you get to fight Akechi. I don't want to talk about it too much now because I know at least one person watching hasn't played the game before, so I don't want to get too far into it. But I mean, you get to go after Akechi later, and God, I love that fight. It felt so satisfying to beat the shit out of Akechi.
Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station.
I think I liked beating Akechi more than actually finishing the palace and beating the palace owner.
That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
And this is where it all comes in with the app.
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Man, it really was a long time ago at this point. It feels crazy to think this has been like a 90-hour journey already.
Can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We still have a good bit of game left.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate.
It's pretty cool though, so...
I wasn't myself at all.
It's not really like... They don't come out and say it, but so basically Sai has a change of heart without you actually having to steal her treasure. So we never actually managed to make it out of there with the treasure. It's just that Sai talking to Joker...
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
She came around anyway.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Sorry for hacking you.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
No, Sai doesn't go into the metaverse. Sai was never in the metaverse. Like, when Sai was interrogating you in the real world. The metaverse switchover happens when you have Sai hand the phone to Akechi. Futaba uses the phone to send Akechi back into Sai's palace. And then Akechi kills fake brother inside of Sai's palace. Sai never leaves the real world. She's always in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto,
And then basically...
we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work.
You forgot to put a 69 in there after the 420. No, Sai doesn't become a party member. She's kind of running interference for you in the real world now. Because remember, you're supposed to be dead still. So...
A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Sai's just like moral support. It'd be cool if Sai got like a persona that was like her, like the actual boss. The actual boss form of Sai in the palace. That'd be sweet if that was like her persona or something and she joined up with the squad. Because I love that boss. That thing looks awesome. That huge crazy robot thing.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
I still love that you just completely turned... Like, Akechi's so fucking smug. Akechi thinks he's so goddamn smart. And you punk the shit out of him relentlessly. Like, he has no idea how hard he got played. So good.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
I think the Makoto and Futaba combo, though, those two are both so goddamn smart. That's pretty good.
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
It's been a roller coaster today. So I've played 3, I've never managed to finish 3. I played Fez and I played Portable, but that's the only like modern Persona that I haven't managed to actually play through to the end. I need to go back and finish it one of these days. I got to right around the point where you got Fuka. It wasn't too long after that, and that was where I petered out. That was as far as I got. So I finished 4 Golden, and this is my second playthrough of 5. I'm gonna go back and play 3 one of these days and actually play it the whole way through. I might actually stream that one as well.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Such a dork. Super nerd powers.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
Oh, no, I know about the dog. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It was more just me talking to myself, I guess.
For our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
That one I managed to kind of spoil myself on partway through. So I know most of what ends up happening in 3, not all of it. So it's not like completely, but I do know about the dog.
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
I really like that drawing. It's a smug brother.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Yeah, so if you don't answer the questions right, Sai doesn't take the phone, and then Akechi comes in and shoots you, except he shoots you for real, because he doesn't get transported to the metaverse, and then it's actually game over.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
So that's the only difference between the bad ending. I'm just glad I didn't die. Let's do that.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Futaba did it, and she actually fought her mom in there, and she survived.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding.
Totally blowing Sai's mind right now.
I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
Yeah, well, they beat the crap out of us and had us super drugged, so it wasn't exactly easy.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
There it is. Don't remember drugs. Let's go with that.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
I mean, we didn't really have a choice. We were kind of back against the wall.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture.
Pretty much do or die, I
Realize
guess.
that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill him.
Got that good shit, that cop shit.
But what did you do about the body?
There is no body.
The police never even checked it.
They just said we died without even trying.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
They played themselves.
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray.
Oh yeah, and they killed Sai's boss. I forgot about that. We saw it just real briefly. So Akechi killed the SIU director as well.
As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
Kind of forgot about
with
him.
that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him.
Yeah, talk about police brutality, huh?
Callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
They really roughed up our boy brother.
I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
No big deal.
How tough are you?
It still freaked me
We're
out
pretty
when I
big
saw
deal.
his suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I don't think Ryuji ever really understood the plan, so he just assumed everything was going to go okay.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Yep, there it is.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Ooh,
You
all
saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
This is like the major turning point right here.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is poop.
I agree, Sojiro. That was a lot of story. They really, they lay it on you
the
thick.
third floor when you guys want to get together to talk.
It's a lot.
You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
It's like Sojiro ever has a lot of customers anyway.
It's not like this
Oh,
place
there it
is
is.
the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Coffee Dad's the best.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Ooh, I'm glad they at least they give you a summary. No, it's a lot. They really, the story gets crazy here. There's fucking Shido.
That sounds familiar.
We're coming for you, brother.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Fuck you, Akechi.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives.
Are they going to show Shido? I forget how long it takes for you to actually figure out.
As the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th.
No, so maybe it's the 23rd is when you realize.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyway.
So right now, basically, the squad still has no idea about Shido. We know about Shido.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder.
Oh, wait, do we know?
He said,
oh, okay.
Shido-san.
Oh, they did have the phone bugged. I forgot about that.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would benefit from damage done to the current
I don't know how loud that
administration
is.
by
I
the
just bumped the
psychotic
mic.
breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
I think he was the one, he was fucking with Sojiro back when he still worked for the government, and like Wakaba and everything.
Just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
So it's really tying everything together. So Shido's the one who probably killed Futaba's mom too.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
So everybody's really got a reason to get revenge.
But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
Shido is a great villain though. It's funny because, you know, throughout most of the game, like, you don't really see that much of Shido. I mean, you see him in the very beginning, and you run into him at, like, the buffet, and then you start seeing him a little bit near the end of the game, but, like...
The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and
even though you barely even see that much of Shido, you still fucking hate him. Like, they did a great job making him to be... I don't know, I don't know. I don't know how to even put it, but it's kind of the same thing as Akechi. Like, you just can't help but fucking hate the guy.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be prime minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
He's going to try really hard.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Time to get amped.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister.
The guy running for prime minister.
Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't
Shido.
He has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent.
Diet building. Just for the sake of time here, we're gonna keep things moving.
To see himself as the ruler of the diet building.
So the problem is we're missing the keyword. We don't know what Shido thinks the diet building is.
Target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
So we still have to figure that part out. But we'll
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
That'll be for next time.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
So this is like our last month of time, basically. If we're gonna finish all our social links,
We can meet at the diet building after school.
if we're gonna finish our social links, it's gonna be a time
What are you
crunch.
gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
I guess we get to skip school.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
I still think we can pull off all the social links.
What do you mean?
We'll see. It's gonna be close though.
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
Makoto and Futaba are pretty smart. They come up with fucking
We're
everything.
intellectuals, you know.
Ryuji.
That's why you need
Intellectual
such a daring
Ryuji.
trick is getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun.
Smart AF.
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Extra smart. Really, I think it's just like Futaba and Makoto bring up the smartness of everybody else. Like, everybody else is Ryuji's pretty dumb. I like Ryuji, though. Everybody else is kind of just smart-wise, but thankfully we have Futaba and Makoto. So they keep us all from doing dumb shit.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology.
Yeah, that's all. I'm sure there's nothing else going on here.
I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered.
So now we gotta confirm Shido killed Futaba's mom.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
So if you didn't hate Shido before, you should definitely hate him now.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant.
It still cracks me up, because like, so Shido basically pretends that... Shido makes it sound like all the politicians in the country are so shitty, and Shido's gonna be the one to save the fucking country. But then he does it by making everything 100 fucking times worse. Like, Shido fucking wrecks everything.
The political world is
that dude is fucking nuts.
Who only act to preserve their own.
It totally blows my mind. Oh, did someone just... Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate the follow.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
So yeah, Shido is a hypocritical motherfucker, for sure. That's what I'm trying to say, basically.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turned psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
He's so fucking smug.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
Just brats, huh?
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take
the straight up like cheesy, completely stereotypical villain laugh.
However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I know, I said it like 12 times already. I really hate Akechi. I hate him so much.
Your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
He sucks so goddamn bad.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Whew. Okay. I think that's finally it in terms of story dump.
Guess you won't be going
at least
to
for right
school
now.
a while. Don't worry about it. This will be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
I think this is finally rank 10 now with
To be
Mona.
perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your
So,
enemy, I naturally think
let me
he's
think
my
about this.
enemy as well.
So next time, if we do get rank 10 with Mona
I'm
here,
going to stay with you until the very end.
hey, I missed you while you were gone. I need that rank 10 real bad.
Well, how do I put this?
So,
Well then.
here's the deal. Here's the deal. This is probably where we're gonna stop for today. Yeah, what we need to do... Why is this chart all the way at the bottom? Anyway, hopefully tomorrow we're gonna hit max rank with Mona. Finally. We gotta be super close. So we're gonna hit max rank with Mona. We'll fuse Yoshitsune. And then we're gonna tear up... We're gonna tear up Shido's palace. So I think at this point, my dudes, this is probably where we're gonna call it for the day, because it's literally just about to roll over to the 5-hour counter on my on my thing here. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I'm fucking starving. I've been playing video games for 5 hours straight. It's so hard that like I start playing this game and I can't put it down. I forgot how much I liked it. So we had some new people in here today. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate you chatting. So if you want to watch tomorrow, we're gonna take care of Shido. So definitely please check back. But for now, I will. I'm gonna go eat. So I'll see you guys later.